What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon. What is up, guys?
What's going on, fellas?
Man, it was a good week, man. I just can't believe the fact that I got to see Dungeons and Dragons. Can't wait for you guys.
Oh man, I'm so jealous.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You know, just the more that I hear about that movie, I'm getting more excited.
Yeah.
And I was always interested, anyway, because I still kind of feel a little burned, no pun intended, by the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
This just looks like a lot of fun.
Dude,
I really can't wait.
It's a great time. It's you need those type of movies that that are like voyages, like you're going through all the things and you're enjoying the trip, and it is so good following the pattern and seeing these things. I enjoyed it immensely. Like this is like the best weekend because I got to get John Wick on Thursday, and then I got to see this. I was like, what?
Nice.
This is the best movies, all of it. Man, it was so good.
Yeah. Yeah. We got everyone in chat. We got Cineview. What's up? I'll probably see you this weekend, maybe. I'm probably gonna see it Monday. Yeah,
take time to go see it. Tell you.
Yeah. I think it's gonna have a fun time. And anybody watching, go check out Cineview. He just did John Wick, I believe. I know he did Shazam as well. So yeah, go check out Cineview's channel. And also Perp Minded D&D surprised me. Oh yeah, I think he was saying he got to watch it too early.
Early one, man. On Sunday, I was like, gotta do it, man. March is off the chain with movies, man.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eyes open for when the showings are going to be. I'd like to go if I can, like midweek, hopefully.
Yeah.
Perp, you're exactly right. They actually have an early showing for Air. He's exactly right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Air's gonna be. I think Air's gonna be fun. It's considered a sports movie. You know that? Like they're actually like touting it as like a sports movie. They're like, oh yeah, but I'm like, it's not gonna show any basketball. You're not even gonna show Michael Jordan.
You're not even gonna see Michael Jordan, which is interesting. It almost
it's like Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Jerry Maguire. You took the words out of my mouth. Yep, definitely.
And then also make sure you go check out Perp Minded. I mean, he puts out so much great content all the time.
Since you're doing that,
everything.
I gotta say, AR in the 80s. Hey, that does great work too.
Yes.
Check out what he said about John Wick after you watch our stuff. I can't wait to talk to him and argue.
It's same. I was trying to not get too argumentative in his chat. But same.
Oh man, he's like my friend. That's fun.
Nah, I like having Zach on because he always has like a different opinion.
Yeah, it's like
different opinion. Just sees things differently, which is good.
That's what you want.
It's always fun. Yeah,
exactly. If we all agree about everything, then I mean it's just gonna be boring. That's why I don't agree with nobody.
Yeah,
even myself.
Yeah, you need stuff like that.
I listen to what you guys say, totally disagree, and then my position is going to be exactly the same thing you said.
Yeah. So you said Shazam kind of sucked. I gave it my worst review yet. Oh wow, 2.5 out of 10 stars. I never had a score that low before. The acting and screenplay sucked, in my opinion. It's not the worst for me. It was fun, but
yeah, I thought it was. I thought it did what it set out to do. Like I said, the lack of correlation between the characterization of Billy Batson and Shazam really hurt it.
The consistency, we have to be consistent. I did not feel it in the movie at all.
Yeah, Asher Angel and Zachary Levi were acting in two completely different movies.
They're like, we should do Shazam like this. They're like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then they went back to the hotel room and they were like, that was a stupid idea. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before Zachary Levi starts blaming the kid who played Billy Batson. Well, it was his fault. He's not a good enough actor since Zachary Levi's blaming everybody.
Yeah, he's out there just friggin' tripping.
He's like, throwing as many people under the bus as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At this point, I guess I guess he's pretty much like, screw it, right? This is the end for me anyway.
They told him. That's what happened. They told him.
I think I mean, he's done over there, man. He's now. I heard a rumor that he wants to come over by Marvel.
Well, he had his he had that bit part as Fandral in Thor: The Dark World and Thor Ragnarok, and
that's right.
He was just complaining about how he was told that he'd have a bigger part in Thor: The Dark World and didn't.
He could have just made it, but
then they killed him.
And you want to know
everybody. So
you want to know who I'm not blaming? Grace Caroline Curry. I'm not blaming her at all. That's part of the movie.
I was saying Mary and Rosa were my favorite parts. So
yeah, they were.
I know, Rosa. Oh man, you're 100% right though.
My goodness,
that's the only plot I need.
They weren't doing it for me in the first movie like they were doing it here.
Oh no, since the first movie. Well, Mary, I think she got replaced, didn't she? That's not the first one.
She replaced the Shazam character.
She replaced the Shazam
version.
She was still,
Yeah. What'd I do? Yeah. Man, nothing, man. Wait.
So what I do? Then let's look at this. Shazam: Fury of the Gods was great. What did you do?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was great, but I wouldn't put it was like bad. Mine is kind of more in between Zach's and Cineviews, kind of like it's not the worst one for me, because Sick was horrible in my opinion. That's the worst one I saw all year. But like it wasn't. I don't know if great, but it was fun. It was good enough. It was good.
Yeah, it was. It did its job.
It's right there with Black Adam. Like it's just fine.
Yeah,
I put it above Black Adam.
Like
a couple notches.
Black
Adam was.
Hawkman and Dr. Fate.
Respect your opinion.
Yeah. And there's this rumor floating around that apparently The Rock like vetoed even like Dr. Fate and Hawkman showing up in the post credits.
It's not The Rock that did that.
It was. He said no one from my movie could be in that movie. They flat out said it.
I thought Warner Brothers.
If that's
as a producer, he said no.
Yeah, if that's really the case, he was really leaping through hoops to distance Shazam from Black Adam, which is just weird to me.
Yeah, he didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, like he was insisting that Black Adam had the powers of Superman when he has the powers of Shazam, and just
hence your costume.
Yeah. What are you doing, dude?
Whoa, there's some fighting words there. Per my Shazam 2 is better than Zack Snyder Justice League.
Ooh.
Whoa. Sorry.
Now,
opinion of
now
we did not say that. Go to purple now for that kind of rebuttal. Thank you.
Now while I'm not the hugest Zack Snyder fan by any sense in any sense of the word, I have to admit the Zack Snyder Justice League cut was great. I thought it was. I really appreciated the ambition behind it.
It was better than the Joss Whedon crap we got.
It was better. It was
a lot more. Tank. I liked it a lot more.
Yeah, I enjoyed and I appreciated the Snyder cut more and more with each watch. How
many each watch? It was like, what the hell, man? Like, it's. I've thrown it on a couple times where I can't decide on what else to watch on HBO Max.
They did a good job. You just give it like no love. I'm like, it was pretty good. It was way better than it was before, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was way better than what we didn't did with it, but it wasn't. It wasn't. He's like, oh, yeah, yeah. You lost me, perp. It was. But being better than Shazam 2, I don't know. They're very different films. That's why I like Shazam 1 was because it was very anti Zack Snyder. It was like, we're not going to be dark and gloomy and brooding all the time. Like, it's going to be fun, you know, and like an old school kind of comic book movie. And that's why I like number one. Number two,
Me too.
I don't know. I don't think it ever really caught itself, you know, like it lost that magic and
yeah, it lost a lot of what made the first one so engaging, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like there's multiple characters that didn't really understand the assignment, and they changed it in the movie that didn't make sense to change. But the story was fine. The story was good. Okay. You know, my problem, you know, I'm not afraid of Helen Mirren. I'm never going to be afraid of her. Like, she's not going to be a villain for me. You know, that's like that. Okay, let me just walk 4 paces ahead of you. You're never going to catch me. Like, like, not really scared of you. Sorry, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched it multiple times. I was like, so you get to watch this, you watch the Zack Snyder Justice League and other movies. How do you have time? Like,
well, Zach loves the Zack Snyder.
I've watched it once, and then I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to see women like, you know, grabbing Aquaman's underwear and singing it in the fucking water for 10 minutes. I'm good.
Yeah,
like,
20%
of it was slow mo. Get out of here with that shit. 20% of it was like slow mo.
Some of it was good. Like, I mean, the storylines, the things that they get for the other characters made sense. Like,
the best thing was the cyborg part of it. That was the best thing that we didn't get any of it in the, you know.
Oh yeah, the way they enhanced, the way they built upon that was one of my favorite things about it. But
I feel like they did it for Flash. I thought that was still okay.
Yeah. What? Crashing into the hot dog and the wieners slow mo everywhere. I was like, I'm good.
I'm gonna pray for you. You like some stuff, but you don't like other. I just don't know.
Yeah, like the only things that really grated on my nerves was the constant slow mo and that like frigging Wonder Woman music every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It should have been 4 hours long. It should have been a 3-hour long movie, and it would have been fine. It would have been. I mean, it would have been not just fine. It would have been good.
Yeah.
It would have been good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job.
You know that's Snyder's thing, though. You know, I'm sure in like another year he'll release like a 8-hour cut. You know, the guy loves his extended cuts, his unrated cuts, his extended cuts. You know, so
yeah, he loves all that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I think it's a slightly above average comic book movie. It's not. It's not the greatest by any means, like some of these people pretend it is. But but it's not the worst. Don't get me wrong. I did like it, but a lot of times I'm like, okay, like let's go. You know, like,
you knew it was 4 hours. So it was like walking in. I knew what I was walking into. I was like, all right, okay, I'm going to have to put then on the back burner.
Fill it up with actual content. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like dead time in going on in the movie where I'm like where you could cut out an hour like easily.
Oh, that's what he should have done. It should have been 3 hours.
Or good. You know, or you know, Warner Brothers, DC, they should have spent a little time like building up to this universe because you know it was a big character dump in a lot of ways.
Which I think that was always going to be a problem.
Didn't
take your time.
There were elements of it, you know, as a whole. It was a vast improvement over the what's up, Herb?
He's laughing at the whole Wonder Woman thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Dude, that shit drove me nuts.
Yeah, it was a lot. Cineview, so I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Total Drama. I'm assuming it's Total Drama Island or Total Drama reboot has been released. I want to you guys is going to get in the Kiwis this season. I stopped watching that after a while, but it was a great show back in the day. It
was fun. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think they overplayed it like towards the end where they made him younger or something like that. I forgot what they did, but it was like they drove that horse to the ground hard. And what's up, Mario? What did I just walk into? Somehow it always talks about Zack Snyder.
What's going on?
A regular Monday. That's what it is.
Yeah. Was it, you don't need to. I'm happy raising offer. You don't need to pray for him. Pretend. Yeah. Whoa, shit. Yeah. So.
Wow. The shade. Wow. It's all right. You gotta say it in New York voice. Come on.
I don't know.
His New York accent. He's like, I got an accent. Yeah, no, you do.
His is not bad. I've met well, from one I need to hear you say telephone and chocolate, and then I'll know for sure if you have a New York accent or not.
I mean, we have a Chicago accent too, so
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. I went to University of Michigan for like a summer high school thing, and it was a bunch of people all around the country, and I was hanging out with a person from like the Valley. So she had like a crazy fucking like LA or California accent, which was a lot, and then a couple people from New York, and then like me, and then I'm like, I don't have an accent. They're like, oh no, you do. I was like, no, I don't. Like, oh, no, you got the Chicago accent. I was like, the fuck out of here. But yeah, I'm like, I totally do.
Say no, we speak the correct way.
Yeah, right. That's for people from Louisiana think that too, right?
I was just watching Waterboy.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Like, all right, just
telephone and chocolate. I was saying they say phone weird and they say chocolate like chocolate. I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, we're gonna bring on Zach just to say it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's gonna tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. Oh man, but so for today's show, for us, we're gonna talk about obviously John Wick Chapter 4. We're gonna probably get into that. There was and then I did want to see a trailer. And I think Perp brought it up. Where'd it go? Yeah, so check out the trailer, The Big Door Prize. I heard about it. I haven't watched it yet, and there was somebody else on Twitter I saw talking about it, and I wanted to check it out. So maybe we might do that for a trailer. But then we'll probably end the show with Bel-Air since we didn't get to it on Thursday. So,
which I did watch. So
you did?
Okay.
I did watch.
Yeah,
I did manage to watch it.
How dare you?
How dare you?
New York City.
I was actually thinking about going this one weekend, but yeah, that's all right.
this weekend. This is where we going. No, well, speaking of this weekend, you guys are going to C2E2, which is the Chicago Comic-Con.
Yeah,
so
we are.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be super awesome. I'm part of me is like, man, like, fuck, we should have rescheduled our vacation.
All you had to do was push it one day. That's why I was like, I kept on saying, I was like, one day, but you couldn't because your tickets are for Saturday night. Like you had to be there.
Yeah,
and I was like, driving. There's no way you're gonna make it. So I just like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go down this hill.
But from what I've been seeing a lot of stuff, it seems like they're doing like a giant. So they're gonna have a giant appa from Last Airbender, and you can do a photo op. So it's like $5. So I was like,
can I pick it up? I'm like,
I don't know. It's massive. It looks pretty massive from the picture, like life size, quote unquote. I think that's what it said.
Yeah, if you let me touch it, it's happening.
Yeah, I think you're gonna jump on it. It's like, yep.
No, remember, I weigh 275 pounds, man. I ain't gonna be jumping on nothing.
What's up, Derpy?
What's going on, Derpy?
Yes, we hit 800 over the weekend.
Did.
So super awesome. I think we're at 809.
Right past it.
809. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. And I think what did it was Brian was on Chillmonger's Saturday live stream. So
well, that's all the videos that we were dropping. I mean, because the Picard one did well, and then the comic book stuff still does pretty good.
The one day popped off today was
your Joyride?
Joyride. So which is with Zach. Zach is with us on that one. That just went off. I was like, it hit 1,000 in one day. I'm like, what the? I think that is legit the fastest we ever hit 1,000 on a video, like in
5
less than
hours.
1 day, less than 1 day. And I was like, wow. That blew me away because like I released it in the morning, I think 11 our time.
Yeah.
And then I was busy all day, and then I came home and I'm like, oh, I just checked on it. I'm like, holy shit.
It was at 1,000 at 6 p.m. So
yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah, 809. Yep. Brian, don't touch shit.
That's what they were telling me. They were like, look, don't touch shit.
There's some booths you'll go to and you want to touch everything because everything looks so cool. And there's literally a big sign that says do not touch. like, I'm like, God damn it. The one thing I want to do.
Part of me just wants to test it. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
What could you do? But they can't. They probably couldn't do anything right there, but they could like ban me from Comic-Con. Then I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
you won this round.
Yeah,
come in with a fake mustache.
Yeah, thank you, Derpy. Yeah, man, we had a slow March, and then the second half of March just picked up for whatever reason. So
because the movies picked up.
Also, I don't know, maybe, but YouTube they do things. I don't know.
So, well, I picked up 2 parts of our $1,000 subscriber giveaway that we're going to do. Because when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do probably we'll do a giveaway video maybe the end of this month, end of April. But yeah, I already picked up 2 or 3 things that I know is going into the gift pack. I think we're going to have 3 different gift packages. So
yeah,
cool.
And I know we were talking about a little bit, but I think we might do like a first place, second place, and third place. And we might do something kind of cool. The duck race is fun. The duck race is a lot of fun. The marbles was pretty cool too. So I don't know. Now I might have some time and I'll see what we could do.
The chicken dance as we do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But man, yeah, C2E2 is gonna be a blast, guys. I'm gonna send you a microphone that you plug into your phone, and it's 2 little mics. So it sounds good. I tested it out, which is cool. So it's gonna be fun. Cool. If you guys want to record, you don't have to, but yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All I do is record.
Yeah, I mean, because cosplayers love showing off their work because they spend all this time working on it, so they want to show it off. So a lot of these cool cosplayers, will definitely stop, take pictures, take video. If you want to like chit chat, like maybe quickly, I know there's like a whole section of like kind of smaller creators that are at the booth the entire time, and you can probably talk to them. They're usually kind of cool. Legion M is always there. They do a lot of like indie films and crowdfunded movies and stuff like that. So this year's gonna be a lot better than last year. Last year was kind of getting back into it, but it wasn't full.
Saturday's almost sold out.
Yeah,
like I want to do shorts. I want to do shorts all the time, and I'm gonna send them to you like every hour. Like you'll be like, Brian, shut up.
No, dude, yeah, 100%. You should. It's gonna be. You guys are gonna have a blast, man. Yeah, and there's a lot of big names going to be there. Chris Evans is like the biggest one. Everyone's losing their damn mind about that.
Right?
Brandon, you know what you need to do is go to Chris Evans and say, I challenge you to a push-up match. Let's go right now.
He'll destroy me. He'd absolutely level me.
Because I know I could do 85. So I'm guessing you could do at least 125. I mean, so he's not going to do 200 push-ups. He's not doing the film right now. So
he's not in shape like that.
Do 200 push-ups. So he wouldn't destroy. You might beat him, and then you will have that forever.
True.
I'm Captain America now.
Exactly.
Or just look at me. I'm the captain.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Y'all hit 1K before the year is up. Man, we're hoping like halfway through the year.
June. We gotta get June.
We gotta make it there by June.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this weekend we might have a lot of stuff because like I said, I'm going to the Disney After Dark, so there's gonna be a lot of Star Wars stuff. I'll probably do some videos of the Rise of the Resistance ride and stuff, and Toy Story Land, all that good stuff. And then you guys are going to see C2E2 on that Saturday too. So
I'm gonna send you a gift card. Like, here's $200 on it. get the Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, so I can't build a lightsaber.
What? It's gonna be
You
closed?
said yeah. So I was really upset. They're like, yeah, no, they close it. So I've been checking
I was like,
and seeing if
early, and then
I know. Well, I can get in. Well, the park closes at 9, I believe. And their last one is 7:30 that day, and I can get into the park at 7.
Oh,
technically,
that works.
Yeah.
You
So-
setting up right now.
But it's sold out. You know how that shit is. Like you have to do it literally 2 months before. You have to reserve that thing. So, but I've been checking for cancellations because I was talking to somebody like in the app chat, like customer service type of shit, and they're like, "Oh, just check all the time." That people drop it, constantly. So, but I'm like, but I only need that one time frame. I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
So it has to be 7:30 or nothing. But
Hey, Zach, just so you know, I'm not setting Brandon up. All I'm gonna tell him is, all right, now if you beat both of us together, then you're the captain.
but like 2 arm wrestling matches with both.
Oh, he ain't gonna beat me arm wrestling. he thinks he's big. I'm really big.
You're moving big. I'm really
You're big. All 180 pounds of you. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, but you guys are gonna have a blast though, man. I say do some cosplay if you can do some cosplay, even if it's something small, like a small cosplay.
Brandon, go ahead and do Spider Punk.
Yeah, 100%, man.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Definitely giving it some thought.
We're on the drive, so you can just have it in the car. So it'll be really easy.
Bring a little inflatable guitar. Like walk around with it in the air, like that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'd be way too hesitant to bring my real guitar.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because you probably could bring it in, but then the problem is you have to carry it the whole time. It was like, that you don't want.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they give away a bunch of free stuff. I know you said you bought lanyards. They give you lanyards.
Oh, they do. I was just want to make sure.
And when you first walk in, there's like a giant bin when you go through security, and you just pick a lanyard out. So make sure you get one. Do I have mine?
We'll get you some extra ones. We'll get one for Tank, just like you were here. Like wish you were here. We'll get you a little lanyard, and then we'll get a little tag that says "Wish you were here," and we'll put a picture. Like we'll have an arm up, but no one in that arm. It's like, oh, just in case, like you were there.
So last year was Bleach. So that's what I had.
Oh, that's good.
Bleach ones. Every year it's a different theme. Like even all the passes were Bleach. So
our passes upstairs. I got them upstairs. I gotta do them today.
So that's my 3-day pro, and I bought my friend's kid one.
3-day kid. I'm not bringing my kids, so no, just me and B.
Kids is cool. Saturday is a lot. Sunday is the kids' day. But yeah, you guys are gonna have fun, man, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Always a good time at C2E2.
Yep. Bleach. Yeah. Last year that was like the whole theme. This year, what's on the passes? Was that pizza?
Yeah, pizza. Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know if they have special passes for everybody else or what it is, but I got mine from the comic book store.
Yeah, maybe.
So
yeah, but
my people at the comic book store, I feed them. I bring them some little Culvers.
Nice.
Me. I literally got their last 2 passes. He's like, man, I've been holding it for you.
Like, nice. Nice. Throw in some Culver's burgers.
Exactly. Get some cheese curds.
Nice. I'll hold a couple passes for some cheese curds. I'll do that. Yeah. But yeah, man, make sure you guys get all the free stuff. There's a decent amount of free stuff, which is always fun.
Oh yeah.
Have you not seen me? Man, my middle name is free.
Oh man, well, I would say you guys could park at the Culver's and just walk. It should be pretty nice.
I'm telling my people to put us in the back and drop us off right in the front.
Nice.
So hey, drop me off real quick.
Yeah. But now
me up too.
Like I've gone so much, I know all the tricks now where I don't even park in the garage. I park in like there's like these little teeny side streets that like no one knows about, and you just walk through the first building over the the pathway into the main building.
You just gotta do it. Park where I park for Soldier Field.
Kind of, yeah, something like yeah.
Because they have these side streets that go to a little cul-de-sac and park right there.
Yep.
Go.
Yeah. So, but hey, take a lot of pictures, man. Both of you guys, a lot of posts.
Oh yeah,
I'll see if the Cold Lords are going. The Cold Lords usually show up.
I was going to message JR.
Yeah, meet up with them. Take some pictures with them. It should be pretty cool. But all right.
That was 30 minutes of nothing. So let's talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let me look up this trailer real quick, and then we'll do a quick trailer reaction, and we'll jump into John Wick.
That's all we had. Biosphere teaser trailer.
Was this the
big Flash? The new trailer for Flash. I saw that one. The full Red Band trailer for Renfield finally. I like that too. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm actually really excited for that.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
Well, because they showed Renfield, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh, I want to see that." And then right after they showed Evil Dead, she was like, "I don't want to see that." she's like, "You go with Brian and Brandon." I'm like, "I don't think Brian wants to see it."
I won't be. Man, I'll be looking at the corner of the screen the whole time.
Yeah, that trailer is legitimately creeping me out.
Dude, if it's anything I can't fight, I ain't watching. It's just what it is.
I'll see it. The early IGN review kind of had me interested, and it's Evil Dead. My dude Sam Raimi is involved in it. So it's I'm gonna check it out.
Dude,
I'm gonna check it out.
Mommy's with the maggots now, and I'm good. Open the door for mommy. Man, what little 8-year-old open the door for their mom to look like that? You must be crazy. Mommy, we ain't open no doors.
Yeah, this Sisu was amazing, man. Seeing the trailer on the big screen,
guys, I was
awesome.
I saw it right, and I was texting you guys in the theater. Oh my god, we have to look at Sisu.
Yeah, actually, no, that's we're gonna watch that one right now. That's out there crazy.
Oh, dude, it's gonna happen too. Just watch.
All right. So yeah, we'll watch this. Was it see you or Sisu? Right, Sisu.
This is what I said.
It's like Finnish or something. Finnish. Is that even a word?
Finish.
There you go. All right. Cool. We'll do this first, and then we'll go into the movie and the show.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What is up, everybody? I don't know why I dragged that out like that, but we are going to check out our first trailer of the night. This one was kind of the big trailer right before John Wick, and all of us watched John Wick, and we all love this trailer. So I think, we're like, we definitely got to check it out. Like Brian said earlier, he in the theater as he's watching it, he's like,
texting everybody like, guys, we got to see this. We have to watch this. So good.
So we're gonna check it out and then talk about it a little bit. So we bring it up and then we'll get it going.
So you had me at hello.
Is a gold miner. We're rich, boys. Get down on your knees. Fuck him up. We got gold.
Oh,
yeah, man. Oh.
That's the introduction for you. Right there.
Lost his home and his family in the war. He became a one-man death squad. He's one mean motherfucker that you do not want to mess with.
Oh,
You'll see what happens when you take everything from him.
Do you really believe that he's immortal?
No, he just refuses to die.
How many minds did we bury here?
All of them.
You? And you?
I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm good.
This is not about who's the strongest. This is about not giving up. We have a word for that in Finland.
We might have a problem.
Oh man,
Dude, that is amazing.
such a good trailer.
so it's about Nazis getting just maimed and murdered. I'm in.
Yep,
Dude,
Yep.
he threw a mine.
that's the best. Yep.
Who does that?
Looks like Fury meets John Wick. It's exactly what it is, man. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
A little bit of Inglorious Bastards in there too.
Yeah.
Dude, but
Yep.
anytime you stab someone, you see the knife on the other side of his head, like
Mhm.
that's some anger problems, man. That's
Mhm.
some real anger problems. Like you have to work that out. You should talk to somebody. I'm letting you know.
I mean, you're not wrong, but April 28th, this is coming to theaters. This looks like it's going to be very, very little dialogue and just
Mhm.
nonstop action. Like,
Yeah,
one-
just balls to the wall.
Yeah, that was it. I think it's going to be that first killing, and then it's just going to be. It's not going to be more than like a couple minutes without a kill. Like it's going to be like that. Crazy. It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be the first time you saw John Wick. So I don't know if everyone else, most people didn't see John Wick in the theaters. I saw it in theaters, but most
No,
people
yeah.
didn't. And the first time you watched it, usually your mouth was wide open because you're like, I can't believe I just saw what I saw. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're gonna get that same reaction. I can't believe I just saw what I saw. Like
Yeah.
we just talked about him throwing a mine, and then the other two guys just running out like, I'm you and you go in the minefield. No, like, like why?
Yeah.
Why would I do it? And his leg just blown off, and then hits another mine. No, I'm good. I'm not doing that.
That was great.
It's definitely gonna be way over the top. Like way over just that alone. Seeing the leg flying, I was like, oh, it's gonna be insane craziness. So, oh man,
Mhm.
I mean, just it being from the studio behind John Wick. They know it's like, all right, you need to have a dog, and you need to kill a lot. So, and check. So.
Yeah, that's all you
I am
really need. I mean, the dog is essential, though. Come on, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you care about more than a dog?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he sounds like he has a similar story to John Wick. Like family's gone, family's dead. Here, the Nazis kill his family. They said so. It's a little bit more than like in John Wick, but still. And then you're left with the dog, and then that's it.
The one man death squad, and they all
Yeah.
know about him. They're like, "Hey, dog, don't mess with him." And they're like,
Mhm.
"I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I want to do." And then he's like, just killing everybody.
Yeah. Dude, it's just like John Wick because they tell like, "Oh, don't mess with John Wick. He's retired." Oh, too late. I mess with him. Well, you're gonna be dead. So good luck.
I watched the first John Wick again. It's so funny because just said, "Son, you don't understand.
Yeah.
You're already dead. I'm literally talking to a corpse."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, it's Lionsgate.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what else they've done lately besides John Wick.
That's enough. It's the only argument.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Tank.
Yeah, what have they done otherwise? I'm trying to think.
Yeah. But
It'll come
oh
in.
man.
All I know is
Yeah,
April
yeah.
28th.
Anything else with this one?
Fun. I cannot wait for us to be able to see it. Isn't April 28th like is that Friday? That's a Friday, I believe. The 27th is the beginning of the draft, so I believe it's a Friday. I can't wait to watch this. This is going to be fun. I want to be in the movie theater. Hopefully, I'm not by myself. Hopefully, more people are seeing this trailer and saying, "What the hell did I just watch?" I just want to see what else is going to be. I hope it's an hour and 40 minutes of just straight killing. That's why.
I could see that. So, yeah, but if you saw John Wick this weekend, which a lot of people did, you probably saw this trailer.
Oh yeah,
exactly. They knew what they're doing.
How about an hour 31? That's the runtime for this movie.
So just long enough.
All the killing you need. That's what you want.
Yep. So cool. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun for this one.
Oh yeah. I will definitely be seeing that one.
Oh yeah. But yeah, don't be surprised that the next when this comes out, we're talking about it on that Monday. So
it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna come in like, did you see that? And I won't even say my mind's being blown. I'm actually gonna be talking about someone's head getting blown off.
Yeah, right. Did you see that? Did you see his head get blown off? But cool. That's it for this one for Sisu. I think what it was called Sisu. Yeah, John Wick kind of movie. But leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this movie. Is it look good? Or is it too crazy for you? A lot of people kind of get turned off by this kind of stuff, but I think if you're an action fan, you might like it. But leave a comment, let us know. If you're watching live, stick around. If you're watching on replay, thank you, appreciate it. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. It lets YouTube know what we're doing is good, and it pushes it out to more people. And join us every Monday and Thursday live, and you can be part of the show. But cool. But let us talk about some other stuff. Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So I remember seeing the trailer, but seeing it on the big screen was just it was so much better. And then Erica turned over, she goes, "Oh, we're seeing that." I was like, "Yeah, we are."
I saw that trailer in the theater twice. Once this past weekend, and then once week before last, I went and saw Guy Ritchie's Operation Fortune. It's a very fun movie.
You saw that?
Yes, I did.
Dude, you should do a review on it.
I'd be happy to
do a solo one.
Okay.
Just tell me when. I'll be in there with you, and you can just do it.
Yeah, we'll help you. I'll get y'all go. What is
what's going on, buddy?
What's up, B?
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Anything else? You want to jump right into John Wick?
I've been waiting. It's the moment I've all been waiting for.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to jump into John Wick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got a synopsis.
You got a synopsis? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Who's got the synopsis?
I got one.
You got one? Okay. All right. I was like having the cast up though.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. Although a lot of these people aren't in this one. I'm looking at it, but cool. All right, let's get it going. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Curry. We're Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to talk about John Wick Chapter 4, the weekend's blockbuster action sequel. What do you guys think about it? Right off the bat, some feelings.
Dude, first and foremost, thank you for John Wick, all the people involved in this movie. The fight choreographers, the director, Chad Stahelski, everyone, Keanu Reeves, for single-handedly, more or less, coming back to save the action genre.
Yeah, that's good.
The genre is getting plagued by shaky cam, close-up fight scenes, probably to hide the fact that these people didn't know what they were doing and were just using too many stuntmen. The action is really why we're going to John Wick, obviously. You know, pretty much badass shootout scenes, really cool fluid fight scene, and you can see everything that's going on, which is awesome. You know, it's highly stylized. It's really everything that I want to see out of action. When I go to sit down and see an action film, and it really kind of keeps me. It really keeps me glued to the screen. You know, I really think, and the John Wick franchise to me has stepped its game up with each film, which is really something that you don't see very, very often when it comes to a film franchise. They've upped their game with each one, and it's a really simplistic plot, you know. And this one really doesn't waste any time. They really they don't even hit the ground running. Like they hit the ground like Usain bolting it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and another thing I love about the John Wick movies is the drip. Who is the tailor? Who is doing the costuming for these movies? Bill Skarsgård, especially in this new one, was just looking. I want those suits. I want those suits.
You can't be a big guy wearing those type of shoes, man. It's just one of those things. I know I can't pull off certain things. You know, like some of those cuts of the suits are just. I was like, dude, come on, man.
Those are custom. Those are custom. Like it.
But that's
cut to your curve.
Yeah, it's cut to like your not body. That's what it is. Like,
yeah,
you have to have not a body to be able to wear some of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll give it to the Skarsgård. The entire family are, you know, pretty freaking,
pretty drippy, right?
Well, just Jack. Because I mean, the other Skarsgård, the Northman, you know, was naked pretty much the whole movie, and that guy had like a freaking 12-pack going on. So, you know, they're in shape. You know, they're in shape.
His abs have abs.
His brother wouldn't have been able to wear this.
Dude, too much muscle. Well,
but and you know,
what the sumo wrestlers are wearing. That's what I can fit into right now.
And you know, I originally thought the first John Wick was just going to be a one-off, you know, but they turned it into a franchise, and I was kind of skeptical as to how it was going to work, but thankfully they proved me wrong. You know, like the world building. And like with each one, you kind of learn a little bit more about John Wick's past as the world's greatest assassin. So the world building that they've done, and you know, they have spin-offs. We got the Continental that's supposed to be out later this year, and then Ballerina that they're saying is coming sometime next year. So it leaves you wanting more. This one has a pretty good like kind of wrap up, but there's more that they can do. Plus, they brought in Donnie Yen and Hiroyuki Sanada.
You're burying the lead. John Wick might not be the greatest assassin of all time. Donnie Yen in this movie as Kane was off the damn chain. Unbelievable. Like I couldn't believe what I was watching him do. And you know, watching it, but you believe it, but you're like, this is amazing. He didn't. They didn't take his eyes. He gave his eyes. Like he didn't have to be blind, and he was better as a blind man. Now imagine if he could see you. If he could see you, oh my God, he is literally the best man. I couldn't believe what I was watching, and this came to such a good ending. Like I will say, I felt like the movie was a little bit long. It like I felt like, you know, about half an hour longer, too long. But everything else I loved, except for the other thing I didn't really like was seeing Sharon die after Lance Reddick died in real life was a little bit too much for me.
I get that. Yeah, I felt the same.
That was just
but it really sucked because like it was an important part of the movie, but also you know it happens early on, and it's. You know, but do you replace it? I mean, because then everyone's gonna ask like, where is he in the movie?
Yeah,
you know,
I think it was just a no-win situation. You had to do the way they did it, but I just didn't like seeing it again. It hurt. I didn't
like seeing it, but I just felt like it was also kind of like a good send off, you know, because like they're as they're walking up, they're talking about like the story of this and that, and he goes, his last words was, you know, such as life, and I'm like, that was so cool, and then the whole. And that carried on for, you know, and I felt like that was such a big part for Lance Reddick as well. You know, it was like his one of his last words on the big screen is going to be, you know, like such is life. I'm like, it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. It was
That's
sad though.
cool.
It did suck. It did
Yeah,
suck.
it's a little eerie, but yeah,
It was
cool.
eerie
Yeah.
for me. That's why I couldn't do it.
That's a good way to put it. So real quick, so Brandon said, but there's a part 5. Technically, no, but there's reports now that like Hollywood Reporter is saying John Wick 5 is back on the table after this movie just blew up.
The doors off of everybody.
Everything,
Yeah,
but,
I know I know their original plan was to do a 4 and 5, and they were originally to be filmed back to back, but then COVID happened. It kind of derailed everything. I kind of feel like this. I kind of feel like when they kind of reworked everything, it kind of felt like they merged elements of the proposed 5th movie
They probably did both movies
into one.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like I loved, was it her name Akira? I loved her story, right? But I love Tracker too, because Tracker was just like nobody. It came out of nowhere, and it was so very cool. Had a dog, dog. It worked out so well. I mean, all the elements worked out so much. And then Hiroki Sanada, is that his name? Hiroki Sanada?
Hiroyuki Sanada, yeah.
Dude, that dude was great. Every time I see him, I feel like it's a great movie. Like, the quality is, this might be a quality scene.
Yeah.
And that's
that dude
on there. It was so well done. I love so many parts of it. Except I started to not like Winston though. Just to be honest.
Really? I mean, I felt like he was just more of the same.
Yeah,
he was
pretty
always,
much.
Yeah,
that's how I felt as well.
He's like a douchebag. I was like, dude, and you still got thinking about yourself all the time.
Yeah, I think he didn't expect what happened to happen, so he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta un-F my situation now too." So but those fake teeth, man, it was hard. It was hard. He's having that nice, like, really meaningful conversation with John Wick, and he's has those teeth starting. I was like, man, you didn't have to make him that big, dude. You get smaller veneers.
They didn't have a medium, man. They had the big. They had the big one. They didn't have the medium. It was like, I want iPhone.
By the way, was it me or was I the only one who was kind of seeing the Pennywise and Bill Skarsgård from time to time?
It's so hard. It's so hard not to see it. He just needs to do the stupid like eye thingy. And then
the eye thing. Sometimes when he grinned at times.
Yeah, it's so hard not to see it.
But I think even if the character of John Wick himself, even if his story's over, they've done more than enough world building to where they could there's a lot they could do with other characters, even like with.
I think Keanu is essential for the whatever movie he has to be in somehow, and this is why I think what Perp's saying, John Wick 5 should be a prequel with a young Wick in his prime.
But that won't be Keanu
before he met his wife.
Can that be Keanu Reeves though? Keanu Reeves is old. I mean, he was barely running in this one. You see him running, he's like, I was like, dude, that's not how the fastest. That's not how the best assassin in the world runs. But
dude, when you roll down the stairs 15 times, like he's almost there. Like,
oh man,
I love that scene. I love
hard.
So everyone in my theater was a mixture of laughing and they're like, no, and then it cuts again. They're like, oh, come on. Like, you heard that, you heard people laughing, but it was just such a good scene because like it was kind of goofy, but it was also like a metaphor for just his life in all the films. It's like, hey, he gets right to the top, and then life kicks him right in the chest and blah, 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 fucking falls down like endlessly. But I loved that scene because it was goofy and serious, and everyone's emotional. Like literally, everyone in my theater was just like, "Oh no!" And then it cuts again. Oh come on! Like, oh man, because but it wasn't like some of them were like laughing, like come on, and then some of them were like sad, like oh man, you were so close. It was
yeah.
Awesome.
It knocked all the way down those stairs. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Like stop yourself, grab the banister or something like that.
What are you doing?
Yeah. That's one.
Cinema Quirks,
Oh, what's up,
what's
Cinema
good,
Quirks?
man? What's going on?
What's up, Cinema Quirks?
Hey,
Thanks for joining.
Saturday, man. That was great. I definitely want to talk to you about what's going on later. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, glad to see you here, man.
And Xavier says, I would love a part 5 to be a prequel and tell the origin of the Kane. Ooh.
I can see that. I can really see that. You can even go with Akira and having her story post chapter 4.
Well, you can see,
Mhm.
I think it has to have, you can go with Akira, but the problem is, I think you need something with John Wick in it. I think Keanu Reeves needs to be in it somehow. And if you go post it, yeah, I don't know if that, you don't want to cheapen what happened, you know?
No, but if you focus on a different character.
But
I'd say
I don't think it's going to do as well in the box office.
open-minded about it. You know, they built they did enough world building over the course of these movies to where if they did something that didn't necessarily feature John Wick, I'd be open to it as long as the execution is.
You'll be open to it,
yeah,
and you will be open to it. But will the normie be open to it? And that's what I'm saying. The reason why this movie is unbelievable is that it did $173 million in one weekend. It hasn't even been a full week. In one weekend, it's done that much money. It won't do that without Keanu Reeves, I think.
We'll know
that's what they're saying, that he's going to be, even no matter what they do, he's going to be somehow in it, even if it's just for a second, to help,
like a flashback,
to help build the world somehow, because you need him somewhere.
I mean, you could do like a post chapter 4 with Akira and like doing something with, you know, in the background. You know, you can even bring back her dad and John, like when they were younger, and blah blah blah. You could do some cool stuff like that, but I wouldn't mind, because
understand their relationship, even understand their relationship with Kane. Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting. Well, then Zach said, especially during the invitation scene, his eyes were crazy.
It was. I was like, oh, I was waiting for him to go. And they get some
start doing the dance. It's so hard not to see, man. He just it's because it's the mouth, I think, you know. And then once he looks down with the eyes, you're like, oh god, yeah, that's it. That's Pennywise. I appreciate it. Yeah, man.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Xavier, Keanu was old and has earned his rest. He is, but he's so good, man.
I'm surprised they killed him, but they did that. Like, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Well, but
I think,
and here's I know there's so many things they could still do. Like, he didn't have to be there. It didn't have to be his body. They could be doing it so he could go off and do something else. There's a lot of things they can still do within it, because we never saw his body go into the ground. So there's so much you can still do in that world.
I could see definitely like Winston faking his death kind of thing, and getting people off his back, and then like he's finally able to rest, you know, and live peacefully, and then somehow he gets sucked back into it. I don't know, like with like say the movie or the show, you know, something like that could do, or another spin-off, like he gets sucked back into it, and since because he's getting old, you know, and he, you know, Keanu Reeves is like 60 something, I believe, at least
58.
58.
Okay.
He was like 57. Yeah.
So he's not like
that old.
Yeah, he's not that old. But it, you know, I can see him like maybe doing Akira, and he's trying to like.
She's strong enough of a character by herself. I don't know if she's strong enough of a character to carry a movie, to carry a John Wick movie by herself.
I mean, they're doing it with Ana de Armas, and I don't know if she's a strong enough character to do anything by herself. That's gonna be interesting with her.
It's a show, isn't it? So
I think that one's gonna be a movie.
That's gonna be a movie. The Continental's gonna be the show later this year.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, you'll need Donnie Yen. You'll need everybody to be there as much as possible. I thought Tracker was a cool character. I think him being around, understanding what he is, or
I'd be happy to see more of him.
Yeah, 100%. They need to tie in nobody somehow. I don't know how. It just feels because nobody. The show, the movie with Bob Odenkirk, nobody. what is so perfect to fit in with it. And you can easily say like, oh, every tracker is nobody. You know what I mean? Because like in Nobody, you know, Bob Odenkirk calls himself he goes, oh, I'm nobody, you know, and then obviously in this one he calls himself nobody. So I was like, what if every tracker just refers to himself as a nobody, and like Bob Odenkirk and RZA in that movie were all trackers, and now you know you have this guy in here was it Samir Anderson, you know, is I don't know. I feel like you could tie it in and do some cool stuff. But I don't know how that works. But Nobody was a very much John Wick kind of thing that I feel like could get tied into it. But yeah, I want to see more with him. Just the trackers, maybe like a whole series of like different kind of trackers. You know, because he's like, oh, you're a tracker, you're not the tracker.
How do you become a tracker?
Yeah. You know, I think that'd be kind of cool. You know, but one thing. Oh, here, let me go through some of these comments real quick. Perp said, I want a Kira and Kang spin off together. That would be cool. That would be sick. That would be super cool.
Kang could definitely carry it. I don't know if Kira can.
Then Donnie Yen. I think if you lead her into something, I think she could be an interesting character. But I don't know much about that actress though. So, but she was badass in the movie. Her character. Cinema Quirk said, the guy in the top right, normally the background looks like green screen, but you look like the green screen in the background looks real. That's exactly what it is. It is a green screen, but this is my upstairs office area.
Literally looks exactly like that. Like,
it's
a picture, and he brings it downstairs. That's
yeah, because I'm in the basement right now just because I have more space. But that is literally my upstairs. So you're right. It is a green screen and it is a real picture. Yeah. Akira was boring, really. Kane, I like to see more of. I disagree.
I didn't think Akira was interesting at all. I think her dad was interesting. Yeah, I thought her dad was amazing.
I thought her dad was cool. She was fine.
She was just a dude, like a person, and you're like, okay. How about you be a better concierge? Like,
she was also like her daughter. It was a daughter too. So it's not, you're not just my second in command. You're also my daughter. You know, and she was getting angry. She goes, "Listen, man, we got to play by the rules because that's what we need to." I don't know. I like her.
But everything she says is like so. Like,
yeah,
what matters?
But that's the difference between somebody young and dumb who thinks they know how things work, and then somebody who has experiences. Like, no, this is life, man. Like, these are what you're taught in school, and this is what you learn as becoming older. And that's why I like that comparison, or that not comparison, that the difference between them.
If she's the only one in that movie, it will be annoying real fast. And there's no way she'll be able to kill.
But you're saying all this, but they're doing the ballerina. Like with another like young actress.
But as Zach said, this is like her first movie ever, and that's what it looked like to me.
Is it?
Yeah, it looked like it's her first movie ever. She's not carrying a franchise. I'm just letting you know.
No, I'm not saying that, but she's gonna. I would like to see her come back with somebody. You know, I think she could be.
You have to. She'd be one of three. Like, you don't have to follow Tracker. You're going to have to follow her. And then Donnie Yen, like, she's gonna have to hire Tracker to even find Donnie Yen, and then Donnie Yen's gonna kill all, because he's still Donnie Yen.
Well, you watched the post-credit scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get into that in a little bit.
Up on that. I was like, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if that, you know, I'd want a continuation just to see if there's a payoff to that, or to see how that turned out. You know.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Also,
sorry.
Herb says, I want to see all who's sitting at the table, maybe other familiar actors and actresses we know, and be in the martial arts films too. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I thought the ultimate ending was gonna be.
I
thought it was gonna go like 9 movies, and he was just gonna destroy all the table, and then everything gets resetted, and Winston is the new guy in charge. Well, that's how I thought it was all gonna end.
They did that though. I like that how they always showed. It doesn't matter if you kill the leader. Yeah. There's just another one to walk in. It's the entire world.
Yeah.
I think we're getting a spinoff with Halle Berry, Tracker, and Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. Nah,
Elvis.
Halle Berry makes sense, you know, because you can say like Halle Berry maybe trained the Tracker because of the whole dog stuff.
Yeah,
so you can easily. But Austin Butler, I'm good.
Halle Berry, I don't know. Halle Berry, I don't know because Halle Berry's management now, so I don't know how that will work. Tracker, I like. Austin Butler, I like him, but I just don't know how that was going to work. But I've heard that he's going to be in the next movie. That Tracker and Austin Butler are going to be in the next movie. I just don't know what else.
Well, what movie is that? Like,
it's a movie like this. Someone said that it's someone talked about this before.
Yeah, the Tracker is cool. Austin Butler, you know, he's still stuck in that stupid Elvis voice. Like,
thank you very much.
What we're gonna get, like Agent Elvis in John Wick? I'm good.
I did notice that in interviews, especially like at the Oscars and that sort of thing.
Hey, Kurt, he says, can you send me a PDF of your stream background? Yeah, we can do that. We got you, man. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a free one. You probably just Google theater seats, and it's a nice one that I found that was good quality.
Akira actress, this is her first role. She's a Korean singer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not know that, Brandon? This is the information that you didn't know. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
I cannot say I was familiar with her while I was out there.
The Armis, it was way superior to her. She could carry the ballerina.
Mm.
And then Zach said, also, that's what the tracker said. Actor said.
Oh, did it?
Shamir Anderson's the one who said that. So that'd be interesting. Maybe they know something.
Yeah. He would have a really cool spinoff. You know, I can definitely see him being, because his whole character reminded me of the Halle Berry character. Like,
well, he reminded me of even Halle Berry or in John Wick. You know, having the dog and how much her character whistling, but how he loved his dogs. Like they're trained animals. He loved his dog. Like,
I think she loves her dogs.
I mean, she definitely did, because she saw what she did when he shot one of them.
Oh yeah, exactly.
The entire city,
exactly. So yeah. But I can see them being together. Austin Butler, I mean, he's a good enough actor, to kind of squeeze into whatever. But
here he is, man.
What?
Like, you talking about how old Keanu Reeves is? Like,
she's up there too.
56, 57, probably.
So like the same age.
Yeah, but I can see her not being that much of an action. She doesn't need to do everything. Because in John Wick, what wasn't she in number? No, she was in 2. No,
3.
She was in 3. She was in 3. She didn't have like crazy action scenes where she was like a lot of hand to hand crazy combat. She had the dogs, but I and like you said, she's management. She's like,
shoot people in the face. Yeah, and it's doing it.
Yeah, but I like because I really enjoyed her character from John Wick, so I like to see her come back.
Well, I mean, she had a lot of things going on with her. In fact, her daughter and John's the only one that knew where she was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but
so Lawrence Fishburne. We haven't talked about Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That was one of my complaints.
Bring up, and that's one.
Yeah, that was one of my complaints about it, because the way that John Wick Chapter 3 ended, it made it kind of seem like it was going to be like, him getting revenge on the high table too. And like, it was essentially going to be like an unofficial Neo Morpheus team up. Yeah. There wasn't enough of Lawrence Fishburne in there wasn't much of a payoff in that regard, which was probably my biggest complaint. It felt like a missed opportunity in that regard.
I wanted more Lawrence Fishburne and Bowery King and less. I really wanted less Winston, more Morpheus.
I liked him, and I think he might have stole too much, because every time he was on screen, he took all that energy away from everybody, and he was like awesome. Because it's Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but that's also, like you said, and who his character is too, if you're saying that. It's just,
but next to John Wick, because Keanu Reeves is one person that can stand next to him and they can be equals, and it feels good. And I thought that, Donnie Yen is a great villain, was anti-villain, because he was such a good character. Hiroyuki Sanada is such a good one, but then we should have more Lawrence Fishburne. I feel like that would have been put it even over the top. And it feels like we're like really criticizing like the Mona Lisa. I'll give a chef's kiss to it. We criticize it, but I would enjoy a little bit more Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They could have the way more.
Yeah, the way that ended in especially with his ending speech in John Wick Chapter 3, he's like, they're about to find out if you cut a king, you better cut him to the quick. I thought, like he was gonna rain hell upon the high table, and
I thought he was going to challenge the high table because there's homeless people and all that stuff in every city all over the world. So his kingdom reaches to everything. And I thought that he could have been someone they could have used him to challenge the high table and say that we're almost on the same level. So why we're everything that you don't want to look at. So since you don't want to look at us, you don't see us. That means that's why we're everywhere. And they could have used that to their advantage and been like the big bad thing, like that Keanu Reeves has something backing him instead of using the whole Russian family going back to that, even though. We needed it. We definitely needed it. We lost him, but we definitely needed it because that's one of the coolest characters we got.
Yeah. Well, I want to get to that in a little bit. But see, so that's exactly where I thought it was gonna go. I thought the Bowery King, Lawrence Fishburne, and Winston were using John Wick to take control of the table. Like they're like, oh shit, we should be in charge, and we have the number one killer ever. Like let's figure it out, because things played out very very well. Where like, hey, he got shot and he fell down, and as soon as he fell down, he got picked up, so no one can find him. I mean, it kind of sounded like they were working together. That's like a theory I had for a while. I was like, Lawrence Fishburne knew what was going to go down. And I'm like, oh, they're going to use him, and then they're going to go like 7 movies down the road. John Wick's going to kill, the table, and then Winston and the Bowery King were going to come in and like, well, it looks like I got a new home, and John Wick finally gets his freedom after he killed everybody, and then the 2 guys who take advantage of situations come in and take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, I never felt like Winston was that dude that was on his side. He had one friend. And that was Sharon. Yeah, that was it, Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like he's using John Wick. But the same thing with Bowery King was using John Wick too.
I don't know because I thought the story between he and John and how he explained to that John made him, so he respected him on a different level. Like he almost killed me. I was able to survive by keeping the pressure on my neck instead of trying to kill him. So I respected him on a different level, and that's why I thought they could work together and he could trust him. Because of that, and once again, you have an underground network in every city because you have this homeless contingent that he's taking care of everywhere. So like it can rival the table as many people, and I thought that would have been more. That would have been very cool, and it didn't need the Russian, even though I once again love that part. But they didn't need that because he had someone that could give it. But I guess he did because the Bowery is no longer under the table. He's no longer really so they actually did need it. I take it back.
Yeah. Because remember, what's her name came in and it's like, well, you're gone. And he's like, what? Yeah. So, so I agree. He should have been a plot point in the second act. Yeah. Because like you said, you kind of wasted him a little bit, and he's a great actor. One of the greatest.
Yeah.
And then Zach Attack said 30 minutes of action could have been dedicated to that team up.
Yeah.
Although they never showed like Fishburne knowing how to fight, though, right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he doesn't have to. He's got his people.
He's just so big. He's so all-reaching that that's what makes him so scary because he has people everywhere.
Yeah. So this is where I got to disagree. He goes, but it looks like no one cares because people love what they got to. I love what we got. I loved what we got because it was a fitting end to it all. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, I would have liked more, because this is kind of a franchise that can go on, but if you go on too long, you kind of run the risk.
Yeah,
You
you know,
run the risk of becoming Fast and Furious, and you're fucking John Wick is fighting in space, against the Martians and shit. It's like you don't want to do that.
Rocky, how Rocky 1 was good, and 2 was great, and 3 was still pretty good, and 4 was like, I'm not sure about it, but it's still pretty good, and then 5 was awful. That's what I thought that you might get. You might get that 5 that's awful, and instead they ended at 4, and now we say this might be the greatest franchise that we've ever seen.
Yeah,
that might be what we get out of it. So,
yeah. So, two other characters I want to get into, and then we'll get into our ratings. First was Clancy Brown. Didn't play a big role, but he was the perfect person to represent the high table. It's just like I love Clancy Brown because he's kind of almost the same but a little different. And in this one he had the scar or even the missing finger, and all that. It was awesome. It was awesome. Love Clancy Brown. And then also
to the table. So he was dedicated to the table. He served underneath the table. And that he spoke for the table. He spoke for the table. That was awesome. At the end we put the little stupid thing on and did the prayer and all that. He was just so cool. He even went to was it the Marachis? Marachis? What the fuck is his name? Bill Skarsgård character. The French
Marquis.
Marquis. Yeah,
Marquis.
I even told him, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. He's like, I do what I want. He's like, all right, well, I'm telling you. But that was kind of cool. But one of my favorite characters was Scott Atkins. With the killer was awesome. That guy was so stupid. And then he starts running, and then he fights, and I'm like, oh, that man's like 300 pounds throwing out one of those high kicks. I'm like, what the
if he's 300 he got to be like 400 pounds, and he was doing crazy things. It looked like what's his name? I can't think of anything. It was as good as seeing in Batman, Colin Farrell. It was almost like that, but it was almost like Tom Cruise dancing, with that movement. I thought that they did a good job with the makeup.
It reminded me of the prosthetics for the Penguin, with Scott Atkins. My brain was kind of struggling to process it.
Yeah.
Scott Atkins is so underrated, and he usually plays a lot of those kind of like silent type stoic roles and that sort of thing. So it's always good to see an actor known for that kind of thing do something like that and just completely dominate the scene.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, so he was because his character was so stupid. It was like this big fake fat suit that was just over the top. It looked like a bad guy from a cartoon mafia movie. You know what I mean? Like it looks so over the top that it was funny. Yeah,
it almost reminded me of a Dick Tracy villain.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that. He was, and then on top of that, the guy like Scott Atkins himself is like super fucking jacked. It was like, all right, we're not gonna show your 6-pack. We're gonna put this giant fat suit on you. And it's like I love when they do shit like that. But yeah, we still want you to fight like you're a badass that you are. So that was super cool. His character was pretty awesome. But yeah. So when he gets, I'm sure he's gonna come back. But
I think he's gonna answer.
Anything else? And when he gets back, we'll do the rate. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all good. So let's get into the ratings and call it. Because I know we already been talking about this for a while, but I think we all love this one. Let me bring it up. Cool. So our ratings, we do things a little bit different, nice and easy here. We do it now, which means you got to drop what you're doing, check it out right now before the movie gets ruined. Later means you wait till it's on streaming, check it out, no big deal. Never means don't waste your time, don't kill any brain cells, don't waste any money. That being said, Brandon, what you giving John Wick Chapter 4?
Oh, this is a very easy now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Especially if action is your jam and you like good action. That'll like keep you engaged and keep your eyes nowhere but nowhere except the screen. Yeah, this is where it's at, and we're about to start getting, like we've said on a multitude of occasions, we're about to start getting a lot more stuff over the couple weeks. This is almost kind of feeling like summer season before summer season when it comes to movies.
Yep.
So this was a great kickoff. Really my only complaints is I didn't really see too much payoff with the way John Wick 3 ended with Lawrence Fishburne. They could have trimmed a little bit of it in terms of the runtime, but even that wasn't enough to hurt it. I thought they made all the right moves. Everything was awesome. The gunplay, the fight choreography, very, very creative and innovative, very stylized. Yeah, I really, I was like, I was having a great time. I might even go again. So yeah,
I probably will.
Very, 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 very easy now. No questions about it. This is like easy now.
Yeah, Brian, what you giving it?
You haven't seen it. I'm disappointed. Like literally, I just want to look in the camera, guys. I'm disappointed. You should have seen this already. You need to go see it now. You should stop doing whatever you're doing. You should call off of work right now. Right now, for us, 10:32, you should call off of work and go see the movie immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It will complete you.
Mm-hmm.
It completed me. I was like, you ever walk out of a movie theater and just go, that was good. It was everything you ever wanted.
Like,
the choreography was perfect. The story was good. The characters meant something. It was like a perfect puzzle piece. Like, and then you sat back and you realized you just put a puzzle of the Mona Lisa together, and it was that good. So, like, literally, call in sick right now. Whoever you are, wherever you're doing, call in sick. Say, I can't go in, and then go see John Wick. Thank you.
Yeah. We got a cinema twerk said, all right, I'm gonna call myself and say I'm sick. Exactly. Just go to the mirror and be like you're not going to work tomorrow. But yeah, man, I'm right there with you guys. This was awesome, and it's insane how, like, I know Brandon already said it, but every single time they up the quality of the movie, and this one looked the best by far. It looked the prettiest. Everything was nice and crisp. The fight scenes were were great for an action film. It was like great stuff. Like the car. My thing is, I wanted more cars, and then right when I was thinking I wanted more cars, they give us that car scene like in the fight.
Like, come on, man, that was amazing.
And then he's doing donuts around a group of people and doing all this stuff. Killing them as he's doing donuts, which is awesome. But so it was like right when I was like, I wanted more of that. Boom, they're like, here you go. Here's a nice little dish of that for you. And then the fighting styles and all the craziness of it was definitely great. It is very over the top, but it keeps getting over the top each time with kills and violence, I guess. Like John Wick at this point is Goku. You know what I mean? Like, he is Goku at this point. It reminded me very much of Goku, where he like literally should be dead, and like it's like he gets up and he's like not even quite there, and he's still fighting. You know what I mean? It's like almost like the Matrix kind of style, but it's Goku. Like, his body's so trained, But I mean, for me, that makes sense because of where the movie ends. You're like, oh, that's why he was able, at least for me, he was able to get up all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, if your car's about to run out of gas, do you go slow or do you floor it all the way home? You know what I mean? Out of experience, I floor it home. So
it's like how do you beat me in a race? And I mean, it's an epic line. He says, "How do you beat me in a race all the time?" It's like, because I never hold anything back for the travel back. I'm always going all out, all to the wall the entire time because I don't care about you trying to make it back.
Yeah, exactly.
I still question him falling out of a third story window onto a car and making a dent in the car and then walking away.
Yeah, I mean, a few different movies. He's done that in a few different movies. So,
well, at least when he fell off the building in the last movie, it took him months to get good. He just walked off. It's like I'm jumping out the window.
Whoa! So real quick, so I know we're in the rating section. The creator of it said John Wick 1, 2, and 3 took place in over less than 4 weeks.
Whoa!
So there you go. There you go.
Mhm.
Less than 4 weeks.
One through 3.
1 through 3 took place in less than 3 weeks. He didn't say the time frame, or I might have missed it between 3 and 4. But yeah,
Blew my
There you
mind.
go.
Thank you right there.
yeah. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. But man, yeah, this is definitely a now. It's so much fun. If you love action, it's great. If you love over the top action, it's even better. You know, if you love John Wick 1, 2, and 3, this is more of the same, but more of it. It's awesome. It's awesome. It is great. And then a couple last things. It made 137 million at the box office global, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Just for the first
It
10 days.
hasn't been a week. Release date is March 24th. It is March 27th, and it's 137 million dollars.
Yeah.
For a non-Marvel movie. Dude, this is about to blow the doors off of people. Honestly, it doesn't have any movie that it should be afraid of. Like Mario is the next big one, and it's not that big. You can still watch John Wick during that time. Like there's no movie that's going to compete.
Well, they're very different movies. Mario Brothers and John Wick.
A 5-year-old to go see John Wick, but you might want to go away and go get it. So you're not going to lose. I wouldn't be surprised. It's number 1 for 4 or 5 weeks.
I can say at least 3 weeks for sure. 3 weeks, and then Mario's gonna be interesting. See what Mario does with it. But yeah, and then the last thing before we head out, Rotten Tomatoes, 94% on the tomato meter and 95% with the audience. That's crazy
awesome.
that they're that close. That just tells you.
I want to know who's saying this it was bad. I want to know who said it.
Yeah,
I want to see some of those reviews, and I'm going to find him, and we're going to just roast him for like an hour. There you go.
From an Australian. 3 hours of relentless shooting and little acting makes the fourth film of the John Wick franchise an epic disappointment. You're crazy.
Okay, so
you're crazy.
What movies have you been watching that you complain about the shooting?
Exactly. Like, do you not know where you're going to? Like, you thought this was going to be like an epic love story? What the hell did you think you were going into? Do you not know he kills people with pencils? Bruh, come on. You should have just know it. You don't deserve to watch this movie. We should get the little flash thing from Will Smith and Men in Black. Flash it from your memory so you don't deserve it. I don't want you to have it in your brain. That's awful. You're awful.
Yeah. So yeah, franchise ambition has now undeniably exceeded its worth. Nah. Or even the first one.
I love it. Quick said about this.
So.
He said he's a big fan of Oscar winner women talking.
I mean, I like women talking, but like I know, but I know, yeah.
You understand?
I liked women talking too. It had Rooney Mara, so it gets a pass.
But you know what you're going to. I'm going into women talking, knowing what kind of movie it is. You don't go
into John Wick. Women talking. I'm walking out in 15 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't just say like, oh, it's just what do you say? Relentless shooting and little acting. It's John Wick.
It's John Wick. What have you been watching? Exactly. What have you been watching? What?
Exactly. So, Brandon, I know you gotta get going.
Yeah.
One quick thing. We'll just do a quick round, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Rank all 4. What's your number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4? What's your favorites?
It's like asking me my favorite child. What the hell?
Oh, I thought about this all weekend.
No.
This one's tough.
I thought about this all weekend.
I would say this is tough. I would say probably 1, 4, 3, and then 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I had to rank it, like kind of on the fly, that's where I'd rank it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brian, or you want me to go first?
I want to go because I love my kids all equally, man. I don't
know. So mine is exactly the same as Brandon's. Number 1 is still the undisputed best action movie because it was so out of nowhere and it was so great. So number one is still the best one. But because it got better as it went, 3 was better than 2, but 4 was better than 3, so mine's number 1 is still the best one, and then 4, 3, 2. That's how I'm ranking mine. Same as Brandon.
I think it's recency bias that makes me want to put 4
maybe
up high, because I feel like 1 was so perfect. Like it's a masterpiece. Like you should show it in master's class to show how good of you can make a movie, but that's action packed. You explain the story perfectly. It was so well done. I really like 3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he chopped off his finger, and then they had the scene with the guys, with the swords, and then the glass room. I'm gonna go 1, 3, 4, 2. I like 3 a lot.
3, 4, 2.
I really like Parabellum.
3 was awesome.
It's literally like me going 99.1, 99.2, 99.3. Because all of them are just great, but 3 was so good to me. And I think the only reason everyone's putting 4 this high is because you saw the other 3, and then this one delivered. But I feel like 4's problem is that it was too long. I would never say that about 3 or 2 or 1. Like I remember when 1 ended, I was like, "That's it." I wanted more. So I because of that, it takes a hit and goes. It's the 3rd one for me.
Yeah, I can see that the length being playing into it, but yeah, Donnie Yen was the cherry on top of this.
Oh man, he was great.
Awesomeness, because he's but cool.
I mean, I love Halle Berry, and I love him going to the desert. Walking forever, and then seeing the guy, like he found him right as they said he did. Like all that was so good. I don't know. Yeah. They're all good. I love all my children.
They are all. They're.
I love you all equally. Thank you for all of you guys. You guys are special in my heart. Yeah.
But cool. Let's get out of here. I know we were talking about this one for a while, but I think we all love this movie. But leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. You like it? Where would you rank it? How's your ranking? Like Zack Attacks right here. Same as Brian's 1, 3, 4, 2. So is number 1 still you're the best one? We all think so. Zach thinks so. Number 1 is still number 1. But leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about John Wick Chapter 4. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000, where we're gonna do some pretty good giveaway. So make sure you're part of that. But
hit the bell notification. That bell notification to let you know when we're going live. We usually go Monday and Thursday at 9 Central. But just hit the bell notification. You never know. We might do a sneak attack. It might, surprise everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. If you're watching our replay, thank you. We appreciate it. And then Xavier said right here, his last one, 4132. So wow, man, he really like 4. But
it's
cool.
hard.
Leave your ranking down below. Let us know.
Yeah, no, we're not arguing you because you're all right, because they're all number 1.
There's no wrong answers, basically. No wrong answers. Cool. Let's get out of here. Call it a night, or not call it a night. Let's move on to another topic. So, where am I at? All right, Brandon. No, I'm sorry, man. It's like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. But yeah, I got a jet.
Go enjoy yourself. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. But it doesn't leave you much room. So.
All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All
right. Good night.
Later.
All right. Peace. All right.
I'm looking at the cast of them because I was like, which one was Ruby Rose in? That was number 2.
That was 2. And that's why everyone's bottom is number 2, right?
Even though it was good. Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah. Number 3 had Mark the Casas, I forgot. He was 0. He was the bald guy that was like a fan of John Wick. I love that. I love that. He was like cool. He was the fan. Yeah.
But all his underlings there too, and the fact he had a fight
Yeah.
It was so much
Yeah.
like a comic book movie, or like a video game, because you had to go through the ball to get to the boss. Like, it was so good. And then it finally gets there, and it's a parlay, and he gets shot off the roof. Dude, that's such a good movie. I don't. And then they had,
No, man.
Road had
Number 3
those,
is awesome.
bullets,
Like
that piercing,
armor piercing bullets.
Yeah, that was so good. Oh my god. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a great movie. Yeah, Halle Berry was awesome in it.
Yeah.
Jason Mantzoukas in it, which I love that guy. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It's, like I said, it's hard to argue. Like, there's no wrong answer, because number 2 was great too. Number 2 was really great. I think
great, but I didn't like Santonio D'Antonio, and maybe because I didn't like that he blew up John's house, and that makes me have a little hate in my heart for him.
yeah. Because like number 2 is what really, because number 1 was awesome, and it could be just a standalone, and what it was. But number 2 is what started the bigger problem of him getting back into the fold of everything, and him have to figure it out. Like, number 2 was really the start of everything. You know what I mean?
That was.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue like number 1, him killing, the person.
Can't hear anything you're saying right now, Tank.
My bad. I like went to adjust and mute it. But yeah, number 1 was, you could say it's the start, but number 2 is what caused all the problems, with him wanting to kill his sister and this and that. And, what was it, Common?
Common
was in there.
Yeah,
Common was great. But
fight scene in the subway, that was so good too. But 2 is at the bottom of everyone's list, even though it was great. Like, if I was ranking number 2, I was still like, it's a 95.
Yeah. I mean, number 3 got a 89 around Tomatoes.
So did number 2.
Did it same?
Yeah,
but for me, I think just Number 1 was a hidden, like a hidden gem.
Exactly. You didn't know what you had, right then. That's all.
Yeah. I said 1, 3, 2. Yeah. Wait, were you putting 4, or did you not see it? Did we spoil it for you? Hopefully we didn't spoil it.
No, I think he's
I'll
see it regardless.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. But I would have loved 3 more movies, but I'm 100% okay with how it ended and stuff like that. And I'm kind of excited about the spinoffs. I'm interested about the Continental. I kind of feel like I know where that's gonna go.
I don't.
The Ballerina. I have no idea.
Without Sharon, I don't know how the Continental's going to do.
Yeah. That's
the Ballerina. I think it's very interesting. It has some legs. I think it does have some legs, because you get into why is Wanda Maximoff one of our favorite Avengers. Like, I mean, those type of things, people could carry that type of movie. So maybe.
But I just don't like, what story are they gonna tell? Like, they would need to be as compelling as you killed my dog, and the dog was a metaphor for my wife, so therefore I'm going to kill everybody. Like, that's just such a simple premise, and it all started.
I wanted to say this. The coldest part about the whole John Wick was that he said, he basically said, I'm going to murder me to murder you. Like, I will murder myself just to kill you, just to have an opportunity to kill you. That's the coldest thing you could. If someone ever said it to me, I'm just going to walk away. Like, I will murder myself to kill you. All right, well, I won't. So I'm just gonna walk away over here. I'm gonna go over here and do something else.
Yeah. It was a lot. But what Xavier said, so he said, I saw 2 before I saw 1, so it was good enough to get me hooked. True, and you know what? A lot of people. You're not alone. So many people. Pretty much a lot of people that I know saw number 2 first, because it got more marketing, and then they saw number 2 and they're like, oh wait, there's a first one, and they went to go watch the first one and they're like, holy shit, like these are 2 movies that are insane and like just great movies. But yeah, a lot of people that I talked to said they saw number 2 first.
I definitely saw number 1 in the movie theater.
I wish I did, man.
Once again, Tank said this.
Holy shit, that is crazy good.
That was gonna be
bonkers.
Like, you just said it, I was like, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but No, I saw number one because I heard so many people talking about it, and I wound up watching it. Finally watching it, I think I rented it or something like that. But I watched it at home, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I was just like, "This is insane!" Like the body count is crazy, you know. And then number two, you know, I think I got Erica hooked into it. I was like, because I think we were dating when chapter 2 came out. Or I think she was watching. I think she was watching number one, and then she's like, "Oh my god, it's really good." I was like, "Yeah," like I didn't think she was gonna like it, and then like next thing you know, it was like we went to the movie to see all of them. So,
dude, Ashley's upstairs right now, probably watching one of the John Wick movies, like right now. I was like, "Yeah, this could work out."
Yeah. Yeah, but also it's one of those movies that like once you watch any of the 4, you just watch all of them. You just like either go back or continue, and it's just like because it's just you want more. Like you said, at the end of number 1, you're like, I want more, you know, and then they give you and they keep giving you. So
even though I still say the best bad guy was probably number 1, and he knew him, and it was so good. And John Leguizamo did a great job.
Yeah.
And he remember when he slapped the kid? He was like, you don't know what your dad likes. I'll tell you this much, you will understand. And then, so he called John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo's like, yeah, he shot John Wick's dog and stole his car. He said, oh. It's like the coldest thing. Like, it was so good. It was so well done.
Yeah. It was definitely. I mean, Keanu Reeves was never fully gone. He kind of went from Matrix to romantic kind of movies, a lot with Sandra Bullock. And he did other weird ones, some bad ones, you know.
But I don't know, bad. I liked all the stuff he's done.
No, the one where he got tricked into having like a threesome with the 2 girls and then they blackmailed him, that was not a good movie. It just wasn't, you know.
I mean, he went from Bill and Ted. I mean, he did Devil's Advocate. He has some of the best, some of
the best movies
ever. Like, and then he's Neo. He's done what's the one with the bus?
Speed.
All right. Speed.
All right.
See you, Zach.
Later, Zach. See you tomorrow. So anybody watching, go check out Zach Attack Reviews. He does usually Tuesdays, I think. He does a live show. And then he has a bunch of shows and reviews and movie reviews and all that stuff. So make sure you go check him out on his channel. He's on his way to 500. So let's get him there.
He's one of our favorites. You know, he's unofficially the 4th spoiler king. So please support him.
Yeah. Yep. Go check him out. But yeah,
I mean, Point Break.
I just freaking Point Break. Mm-hmm.
Johnny Mnemonic, it was great to me. Chain Reaction.
I love that. I love Johnny Mnemonic. That was such a 90s movie, though. It was like what we all thought computers was gonna be and all that crazy shit. Exactly. It was so fucking stupid.
And Constantine, I like Constantine.
One of my favorites
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, 47 Ronin.
Favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, 47 Ronin. No, 47 Ronin is awesome.
It should have been
really good.
It should have been higher ranked.
Really good.
So I'm just saying he has some bangers. The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah, I'll say the Lake House. You know, that's one of his romantic. You know, one romantic. It was pretty good. He was Sandra Bullock, obviously.
I didn't mind Sweet November. I don't mind a lot of his movies. I could watch any of them. Yeah,
The Replacements. You know, he was part of The Replacements. That was pretty good. I love
that movie. That's all right.
Yeah.
We go on we're still talking about that. We need to get on our last review.
Yeah. But he's got a lot of awesome ones, man. He's got a lot of awesome ones.
Dude, I know. He's Neo. That should be enough for an entire career.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the iceberg.
Yeah, it really is. But cool. You want to talk about this Bel-Air?
Sure.
Man, I'm trying to remember what the hell happened.
So before we get on,
I watched it.
and
Some
then you think
brain fart.
Will gets nominated for
Yeah.
and then
Then there's the drug possible thing and
with
the
Carlton.
Lisa thing.
Lisa meeting Jackie. Oh, the Lisa teaching Will how to swim and that type of thing, and then her meeting Jackie at the art show and all that stuff, and
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I need to get a better one for Bel-Air. I don't like that. It's not bad, but then it was just says Peacock original. Like, yeah, no, good. Okay, yeah, I remember now. All right, let's get into it. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to talk about the latest episode of Bel-Air, streaming now on Peacock. What you think about it? How'd you like it?
It was fine. It wasn't one of my favorites yet. We're starting to know more about everybody. I felt better about Jeffrey this episode. If that counts. Will is being a little bit trying to be sneaky, trying to have his cake and eat it too with Jackie and
Lisa.
Lisa, yeah. It's like I should have all of them. All of them should be mine.
His head is getting very, very big. Very, very big. Like a lot of stuff is kind of really feeding his ego. And not for good either.
And it's not good. And now he got nominated as the Founders Award, which I don't know if you understand. So you have two people from the same genre, same area. They basically canceled each other out. So like the fact that the Black House really nominating them, that was, Black Students Association, whatever, was real underhanded. And the fact that it seemed like it was the girl, the president, who did it just to hurt Carlton was really effed up. I was like, oh, okay, you are a douchebag. Okay, I see you.
Yeah. That whole thing was like, I really didn't expect that. What I thought was going to happen was Carlton was going to turn it down to prove a point. It was like, listen, I am with you guys and I stand with you, blah blah blah. Because that's what it kind of seems, especially after the whole like, oh, I had a panic attack and that's why I couldn't do it. So it's like people were starting to feel sympathy for why he couldn't do it. And this would have put him back in good graces with a lot of people.
Yeah, but this is the number one thing. So no Black person has ever been in the history of the entire school has ever been nominated. For him to walk away from it, he's been wanting it for his entire life. And Will just walks in and gets it done. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it was definitely not because of the thing. Because it's not because of the good stuff Will did. It was because the president wanted to get back at Carlton, and that was definitely messed up. But that becomes a whole issue because I think Will was like, oh, I'm gonna deny it. I don't want it. It's no big deal for me.
He told Uncle Phil, like, I don't need this thing. I don't care.
Yeah. And they had like the little family meeting, and they were like, "Okay, this is the plan. This is what we're gonna do." But we got what's his name? The basketball coach.
Doc.
Bring fart on his name. Doc. Kind of told him something else. He's like, "Listen, man. It's a good thing to have under your belt." So and now he's starting to. I was like, "Oh, come on, man! Like you just found out about this thing." Like you literally at the end of the episode, he's Googling what it is.
Yeah,
exactly. Carlton's wanted this his whole life, man. It was like,
but it's like when you know about yourself, you're thinking, I'm a leader, and people are telling you you're a leader, then you're no longer thinking about the people that are there for you. Carlton has been there for Will, and he's forgetting about this.
Yeah. That's why this whole season is his ego getting so big, that I don't know. I think he thinks he is that person who can, like you said, eat his cake and have it too. It's like, oh, I can have Lisa and Jackie. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like I can live these two worlds and do this and still be number one and be the best and all that. And like I said, man, it's gonna come crashing down really, really hard. And I don't know if
crashing down everybody. So even Phil. So like that whole thing with like Erica, I think is her name.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
she's like, there's only one way you'll get the Garrison guy back. And then it cut away. Like, what did you do, Phil? What did you do? And he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry I came home late." If you were supposed to have a lunch meeting, what did you do that you came home late?
Yeah. 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 It was especially I don't know if it happened or not. I hope not, because I think it just partially ruins who Uncle Phil is. You know what I mean? Like, Uncle Phil don't do this. You know, he does not cheat on his wife. You know, so I'm hoping they don't go down that route. But it's like, also it's like, you got mad at your wife, you know, kind of, but not even knowing it. Yeah. Like, she wasn't flirting. The dude was flirting. She didn't really think anything about it, but Phil saw it and he's like, "Oh no, this can't keep going," you know. So it's like, how can you be mad at it at somebody else and then you do the same thing? Yeah. It's very, very hypocritical.
And he seems like he's very hypocritical. So in so many ways, we've seen him be hypocritical in this entire show, entire season. I don't know. So what did you think about Hillary? She was excited with the appearance of her ex-boyfriend. So she could gain more traction for those votes, to get more followers and everything. I thought that was pretty shitty of her. And Jazz is going to leave her. Jazz is going to say, "Man, I can't do this. I can't do this with you."
I mean, I really felt bad for Jazz. I really, really felt bad. I don't think she didn't do it. She only did it because she's like, I know a person and he's famous and he can do a lot of help for me, but also we dated. But I was like, that last little bit, it was, you need to talk to Jazz about that. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because like all the other points is like, cool, yeah, he's famous, he can help you and on your house get bigger and this and that. Cool, no big deal. That's your job. But he used to be your boyfriend, and then all my family loves him and this and that. Because like I felt bad for
they
Jazz.
don't like Jazz right now, so because they don't think he's good enough. She deserves to be alone. That's how I'm feeling right now. She deserves to be alone.
I feel like she should have talked to him, you know,
immediately. But she always is doing things on the side, what she did with the car. That's what she's always doing, just trying to take advantage of people. You know, so I'm not enjoying her that much. And then but
she's not doing it maliciously though. I think she legit felt.
No, she's legit. She legit only thinks about herself.
Yeah. I don't know. By the end of the episode, I think she would, because she kept texting him and he wasn't getting it back, and I think she felt upset. Like she knew she effed up. You know what I mean?
Because once again, she never thought about the other person in the relationship. So that's what.
Yeah, until it's too late.
She's always thinking about me. Not talking to her mom about what she's going through. Not talking about what anyone else is going through. Only about her. And then this, you know, and I think that she's the type of person that you can't be with.
Yeah.
She needs to be taken down a couple notches, and then she's gonna figure out she's gonna get taken down by Ivy, and she's gonna run to Jazz, and Jazz is gonna be like, "Tough cookie, I'm out."
Yeah. I don't know. That's rough.
What do you think about what Phil showed Viv about Jeffrey looking through the
Jeffrey thing?
The office.
I'm more curious. I want to know what Jeffrey did where he cannot see his son. Because like he put the camera in. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, you put a camera in. You got important documents and stuff like that in your office. Whatever. I didn't worry about. But then like he saw him and his initial reaction wasn't being upset, which I liked. He goes, "I'm not mad that Jeffrey's doing this. I'm worried because he can't get what he wants." You know, and he goes, he can't see his son. No matter what, he can't. And I'm like, what the hell did Jeffrey do? That's what I want more about. Is like, what did Jeffrey do where it feels like you cannot? It's not like I won't let you or you shouldn't. It's like you cannot. So it's got to be some legal level of a problem where he cannot, or even
it could be
like gang
cartels. What I was thinking it's has something to do with if you come back and you see your son, they kill you or they kill your son. They're going to come after you with everything they have. They'll let you operate as long as you don't come after your son. Like like the woman that the baby's mother, or whatever, his baby mama is so, enriched in what's going on in Jamaica that if she says, if I see you around your son again, I will kill everybody. And that's possible, and that's scary. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's
I want to know that right now. That's my biggest question.
So then, where do we go from here? So
with Jeffrey?
Everybody. So Will and Jackie kiss in front of Lisa. So now Lisa's like, we can't be friends. How does she do that and still be Vivian's assistant? How does that work? What happens with Jeffrey with this whole Frederick thing? Does Phil talk to him about it? Does he face him up? Does Will stay in the competition for the Founders Award, even though he doesn't know anything about it? And now he take half the votes from Carlton instead of just saying by now and saying, I want to put everyone who supports me, to support Carlton. He's the one that we need to be behind. Instead of doing that, what does he do?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Damn. The Will. I think at the end he is gonna bow out and tell people to vote for Carlton, because I think it is the right thing to do, at least for him. Because I think by the end of the season he's gonna realize Doc is not on his side, and he's like, and then that puts everything Doc's ever told him in question. So he's like, you know what? You're my family. I'm gonna give you I'm not gonna compete against you for the award. But I think it's gonna get a lot worse before it comes to the end, where that at least that part of the story is gonna get fixed. But by then, Carlton might have a whole set of other issues of, does he relapse with the drugs,
the anxiety, any of those things.
Yeah. So I have to head out. Have a great rest of the stream, folks. Thank you, Xavier. We appreciate you always coming in and hanging out with us, man.
Hey, I actually, before you leave, I agree with the story with Jeffrey is the most interesting to me at this point. I can't wait to see what they do with the character. I agree, 100%. Even more than Will, because Will's he's becoming more and more spoiled to me.
Yeah, he's becoming like a brat almost.
Exactly.
Yeah, so because he's got like the swagger that like no one in the school really knows. It's like rich people trying to be like hood and street. Like no. Like you don't know, but he actually is. But then he's got the money behind it with Uncle Phil and the family. So it's like you literally got like, the money and all the swagger that everyone wants. So it's like,
and he's going to be bailed out again. I honestly believe he's going to be bailed out again. And I don't know how they're going to make it all work, but it's going to be tough. This is going to be a real tough situation. He's putting everyone in again.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hillary thing, I think that's kind of
she deserves what's happening.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of like you said. That's exactly how it's going to play out. It's because it's a story that we all have kind of seen before, in drama TV shows, where does stuff like that and it happens. If they ever get back together, I don't know. That'd be interesting, but that might be for another season, too. But yeah, right now, I think Carlton's really interesting and Jeffrey's really interesting, but Jeffrey's been interesting from the start. Will's getting a little annoying, but I'm really interested in Carlton. I think because Carlton's been all the way at the bottom where you hated him and then you started rooting for him and you're cheering for him. And now he might be slipping back into a little bit of the old ways a little bit. I was like, oh, come on, man.
I hope he doesn't do that. What I'm hoping more for is that Will struggles enough with Doc that Doc kind of comes down on him, and then Will kind of has a good game, whatever, and Doc's like trying to bring him back in. Oh yeah, I knew you could do it, and Will says, I'm done with you, and he starts to do the right thing. He realized I'm gonna go back on the team, play my senior year on the team. That I'm gonna support my cousin, and I'm gonna support this family. But my question is Phil, did Phil mess up? And if that's like, this might be something that we don't touch again until the end of the season. And then it all comes up, it hits the fan. right then.
Yeah. Because by then, I mean, like, then you're in like, if Will does that and like breaches his contract, but now Phil's distracted with trying to save his marriage.
Yep.
So it's like that dude where you're like, hey, can I borrow $20? He's not there to give you the $20 anymore. So now what are you gonna do? And it's not $20, it's tens of thousands, or probably tens of thousands of dollars at that point. I mean, you're already at least what, 15,000 in the hole at this point, right?
He's not in the hole right now because they're paying for him, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is that he's going to own his future earnings for a certain amount of time, and that's going to come back to bite him.
Yeah. Well, didn't they change that in the contract where he told him like you can't
for the amount of time that you can't owe him forever? But I think he's probably still going to be able to own him while he's in high school. So anything he's doing, he owns part of.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna play the whole Jeffrey thing though. Because right now it's just Viv, Phil, and Jeffrey. They're the only ones that know the whole situation. So I'm kind of curious on what's gonna go on there.
Yeah,
I feel like
have to talk about what happened somehow.
Yeah.
We have to open our eyes to what's happening, and just so we know where we stand.
Yeah. I feel like Viv might be the one that tries to help. She's like, "Oh, here's your son," and Phil's like, "What the? No, like he can't. Like, what are you doing?
What you did? Yeah. You know what you just did?
Which might be a bigger wedge between them. Because now they're fighting the whole Erica thing, and now you got that part of it. Yeah, I don't know.
I think this season ends with Viv moving out. I honestly believe this season ends with her moving out.
I don't know.
Oh,
you think she moves out?
Yeah, she moves out.
I don't know, man. That'd be interesting because then what do you do after, if Carlton relapses on the drugs? It's like
the thing is, and she's going to be around because of the whole family and everything, but she moves out and the family is in shambles at the end of the season.
That's what I think. I think the whole everybody's gonna be effed
because without Viv is really the only thing that's holding everyone together. There's the times where Phil don't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
She's the one. She's the linchpin. So you take that one linchpin out of the house, everything f's up. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, because you kind of did that last season with Jeffrey, but Jeffrey wasn't like you said the last one. He was holding up a lot, and Viv is holding up everything.
He's not mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Changes.
Exactly.
That's everything.
Exactly. That's gonna be interesting, man. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff. I think the last season ended pretty bad. This season's gonna end really bad.
Even worse.
It's gonna be really bad, which sucks, because like drama shows always end on a downer because it has to get picked back up for the next season and stuff like that. But I really don't want to see any of these characters like get into a lot of like crap situations. That
it is what happens. It's happening. I see it happening. I'm just like, sorry.
Yeah, it sucks. Because I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was fun. It wasn't my favorite of the season, but I see where it's going.
It's the calm before the storm. It's the calm before the storm. It's like, all right, you're gonna look around and say, okay, everything looks okay, and then all shit is gonna hit the fan. Like it's going to be awful.
Yeah. Well, each episode like kind of set up things, so this episode set up a lot more stuff. So, and it's just kind of slowly piling up before everything just kind of, the platform breaks away and can't handle it anymore. And
all relationships fall apart, and then there's no one there to pick up the mess. And how do you handle it then? Yeah.
It's gonna suck, but it's a drama show. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if the series when it finally ends and it's on a bad note, you're like, what the F?
No, it's still Fresh Prince, and it's still going to end up well. I think even episode 9 it ends well, and then 10 we see facing a new problem that's coming up. We have to address it beginning of the season 3.
Yeah, so, I can see that. But yeah, I like it so far. It's the way it ended is like I said, if I'm there, I'm like, oh, what? And it kind of like I'm like, they're doing that, he's doing that. Why are you looking that up? Like, why are you doing that? You know, like that's a good way to end like these kind of episodes. And this one did it for me. You know,
I just can't wait to Thursday. We see it again, see the next thing, what happens next, and talk about it.
Yeah, this is literally what I do at lunch. I'll close my door, eat my lunch, and watch
I know
Bel-Air.
Happened. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So,
all right, you got anything else for this one?
That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to close it out?
Yeah, well, tell everybody that this is our episode 5 review for Bel-Air. Let's know what you guys think. Get in the comments. Let us know where you think they're going. Which character is your favorite right now? Who's your least favorite? Do you think Will is in over his head? Please hit our like button. Please subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000, and hit the bell notification so you know when we go live. We like to go live Mondays and Thursdays at 9 Central. If we throw something else new in there, you'll still get the bell notification. So please help us get to our new mark. Our new goal is 1,000 subscribers. So we're going to have that very soon. Thanks for everybody watching the video. Thanks for everyone contributing to everything, and can't wait to hear what you guys think. And we'll see you on the next thing. We're going to the next topic. Thanks, guys. I ain't got another topic.
Nah, yeah. I think a lot of people wind up leaving. Yeah, people aren't liking Bel-Air.
But you know, it's funny because like when we post it, we get people to view.
Yeah, it's been kind of 50-50, I think. So
depending on when we release it, I think the problem is if you don't release it early, then you're not gonna get the views.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Dude, today's the first day in weeks where I had like I don't know what I did, or I don't know what I didn't do. You know, like it's just like, but I woke up good all day. I did go to bed like at 10, which was like what?
So you had a full night's rest and you woke up not hurt?
Yeah, right. Mind blown.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. So I think I was falling asleep. My body couldn't take anymore. I was playing Hogwarts, and then I was just falling asleep. I think I was flying. I was like, and then I'm like flying. I'm just stuck into a mountain. I was like,
you know, it's funny because I actually went to sleep at 9 o'clock yesterday. I went to sleep so early that I woke up and I was like, man, what time is it? Gotta be like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And it said 10:45. I was like, what the hell?
That's funny. But yeah, we had a nice peak at 14. But
all right, guys. Well, we're gonna end the show here.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone who was there. Thank everyone who was in our comments. You guys really helped drive the show. Xavier, Zach, Cinema Quirks.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you. I'm going to get messaging to you soon. Perp, always appreciate you, man. Brandon, you're always there for us. We appreciate you. Derpy, you're great. You know you're our favorite. So even Mario jumped in here. So I mean, I appreciate everybody coming in and contributing to the stream. And we'll see you guys later. Thanks for being part of the show.
Yep. Cool.
See you guys
later.